friend of mine came in for the vampire facial, and she looks absolutely amazing. I actually thought she had some fillers done, but actually it was the facial.
My name is Dr. Lisa Vuich. I'm the owner of Renew MediSpa in Windham, New Hampshire. The video clips you'll watch shortly are actually of a vampire facial. It's always interesting to see people's reactions when you say the word vampire. Some people withdraw in horror, some people look very skeptical, and other people are like, when can I do it? How many can I have done? So our goal today really is to give you a window into the procedure, what it looks like, what it feels like to have the procedure done, demystify it really, and explain a little bit about how platelet-rich plasma works and why we use it, why we do vampire facials, even why we use platelet-rich plasma at all. So I hope you'll find this very helpful. PRP stands for platelet-rich plasma. Really all that means is that any procedure involving PRP begins with a blood draw. We take a tube of blood much the same that you would have drawn if you were having blood tests for your physician, for example. But then it's how we process that blood and how we prepare it for the procedure itself that makes all the difference. Platelet-rich plasma is just a portion of the blood that we would withdraw in the tube itself. So we start with a tube of blood. We then prepare it, spin off with a centrifuge to remove the red cells. So we're not actually using red cells for these procedures. We're using plasma, which has your platelets, which also has your own growth factors. So the key with platelet-rich plasma procedures is using your own platelets, your own growth factors to stimulate new tissue, tissue rejuvenation, new collagen formation. And the key really is how you deliver those growth factors, how you place them in the area where the healing is occurring, and then essentially reap the benefits of your own growth factors in terms of being able to turn back the hands of time, build some collagen you'd otherwise lost, and that in the end results in smoother, more supple, rejuvenated skin with better blood flow.
Hi, my name is Gina Carlson, and I am almost 42 years old. I have been a client of Renew MediSpa for about 1.5 years now. Probably about 4 months after I became a client of Lisa's, people, just everybody noticing and asking me, what are you doing with your skin? And the thing that I love the most is that nobody ever asked me, did you get Botox or did you get a filler done? Everybody just asked me, what are you doing with your skin because it looks beautiful? What are you doing with your skin because it's radiant, and you look younger now than you did 5 years ago. Recently I just tried the vampire facial, and already I see amazing results. The skin again is tighter, clearer, the pores are smaller. I used to have acne scarring right below my eyes and cheeks. The wrinkles on my eyes used to go pretty much down to the upper part of my cheekbone and then around my mouth, and it's just, the overall experience was amazing.
Didn't you have some little depressed marks on the side here? I'm not seeing those now.
No, they disappeared.
They disappeared.
They're gone.
God.
I also had a dark spot on this cheek. It wasn't too dark, but it was definitely a different shade than my natural skin, and that's completely gone as well.
It's really the platelets in our blood which carry many growth factors. And growth factors really are just chemical triggers, really, chemical signals that your body makes to get the cells of your body to do certain things that they might not otherwise be stimulated to do. Cells can have the potential to heal wounds, to grow, to generate, but unless they're adequately stimulated to do that, they just sit dormant. So when you actually extract from the plasma platelets and what we call platelet-derived growth factors, you can then take those growth factors, deposit them where you want them to work, in an environment where you've created stimulus so that those growth factors are released from the platelets and actually go to work. A medical microneedling pen is really an automated device. Depending on the one that you're using, there's a variety of numbers of needles, but let's say that there are 12, for example, microscopic needles. I mean, these are much smaller needles even than we use for botulinum toxin injections. And that needling platform is going up and down at a very fast rate, and those needles are creating microscopic pores. Again, this isn't something you're going to see with the naked eye, but microscopically, these tiny needles are forming channels straight down to your dermis, And it's then through those channels that we're delivering the PRP, literally by dripping it at the surface of the skin. The microneedling procedure itself is a stimulus for collagen production. And when you produce collagen, you reduce fine lines, you reduce wrinkles, you reduce pore size. The growth factor from the platelet-rich plasma simply accelerates that process. But you can also, at the same time that you're delivering growth factor, use other serums during the procedure, given the aesthetic goals of the client. So you might use a lightening serum, you might use an anti-aging serum, anything else you want to deliver to the dermis during that procedure to have your end result. Sometimes when we're doing a microneedling, we come to an area that's a little bit more affected in terms of collagen loss. Very often this might be acne pockmark scars, or scars from chicken pox, or scars that are post-traumatic or surgical. We can address these types of irregularities a little bit more aggressively with our procedure. And again, just by adjusting the depth of the needling that we're doing, get those growth factors to go deeper and work a little harder in those spots.
I've worn less and less makeup in the last 3 weeks because every day I do see a change. The other thing is when I do have makeup on, a base foundation, and I wear a light base, my skin almost looks flawless now. There's no texture, there's no spotting. It's just such an even skin tone.
Initially, what my clients report is that they notice that their skin looks smoother. They have more of a glow. They feel like they don't have to wear as much makeup. People are asking them what they're doing for skincare. They just notice that immediate youthfulness to their skin. And that's even before there's been enough time to go on for new collagen to be produced. It's in later weeks that you then see the benefit of collagen production. And that collagen production results in skin that, again, is just even more supple than what you noticed initially from the procedure. I've had clients actually send me selfies of how they looked the next day, the day after that. And invariably the reaction is, I can't believe how good my skin looks already. I mean, they're blown away by how much you can really see quickly. But my response at that point is, honestly, you think it's good now, send me another selfie in 3 weeks, because that's when you're really going to see the magic here.
The first time I had it done, after an hour, I didn't feel anything. It was like I never had it done. The only thing you saw was just how bright your skin looked amazing. I actually took a selfie and sent it
I know, that's
to you.
when you sent me your selfie.
In my car. It's like, look at my skin. It looks amazing.
The vampire facial is really not a very uncomfortable procedure to have done. A lot of times, because the word needling is involved, many clients are concerned that there's going to be pain, that they're going to be very uncomfortable. We do numb the skin with a medical grade lidocaine, really to make it as comfortable as possible. It feels, as you're having it done, a little bit like a sunburn. There's some stinging. I mean, that's really the level of discomfort, is a stinging. Okay, here, tickles, right? Tickles. Clients honestly get through it very easily and are always surprised at the end of the procedure with really how easy it was and how little they felt thanks to the lidocaine and thanks to the technique of the person doing it. What we're going to do next is put a mask on you. Okay, it's hydrating and soothing, and we'll give all of this product and growth factor we've put on your skin a little more time to soak in before those channels start to close. Okay. You'll have that on for about 15 minutes, and then we'll put a little cream on you and you'll be good to go. Alright, turn this side. Just going to put some of that post-procedure makeup on you.
Okay.
It's going to cover the redness a bit, but more importantly, it draws oxygen to the skin and helps you heal faster, helps the redness go away quicker. So, what did you think of the post-procedure foundation? Did you like it?
I thought it was excellent, but I haven't used any foundation the last 2 weeks. I haven't had to. My skin complexion has just been glowing, very clear. I just notice a change every week in my skin.
Everything feel okay?
Yeah, excellent.
All right. You are good to go.
Thank you.
By the time someone has done either one or two of these, The next question is never, how many of these do I have to do? It's, how often can I do this? And when can I do the next one? And that's what you really love to hear. You love when clients are so thrilled with something that they're not only asking when they can do it again, but how often can I do it? And can I overdo it? Is there such a thing as too many of these? And I can confidently say, no, there really isn't. But in general, our recommendation is that you have between 1 and 3 initially. And then in general, most people will do 1 to 3 per year in order to maintain the effect.
Hi, my name is Lisa Williams. I've been coming to Renew Med Spa since Lisa opened. I've had friends come from all over New England to see Lisa. I know that her prices are probably the best in the area, but it's not the prices that I think drive people here. I think it's her skill. I mean, she's very talented.
One of the most challenging things in aesthetics, really from the client's perspective, is deciding not only where to go, but what to do, and in what order to do it. And that's really where the aesthetics consult comes in. We do offer free consultations. It gives me and my staff an opportunity to hear what bothers you, to hear about what you've done in the past, what good effect it's had, what non-effect it's had, and really start to lay out for you some recommendations about what you can do at home for skincare, what you might want to consider in terms of procedures, and in what order you might want to do them in. Most people who come to me do not have limitless budgets. They have a certain dollar amount, a certain budget window they need to stay within, and their main concern is, what can I do that will help concern A, B, and C, and within my budget range? What can I reasonably expect? And what order should I do it in? And that's really not something you can get by going to any website. When you go to a website, you can get answers to specific questions about procedures. How much does it cost? What's the downtime? Before and after photos, but you really can't get a recommendation tailored for you. And if you're new to this field, it can be very overwhelming. The choices can be overwhelming. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We do hope that you'll consider visiting us at Renew MediSpa. We're located on Route 111 in Windham, New Hampshire, less than 2 miles from Exit 3, Route 93 in southern New Hampshire. Please consider giving us a call to set up your free consultation. It would be my pleasure to help you navigate the field of aesthetics and figure out what the best choices for you are.